All right, let's talk about something every single researcher runs into. You've got this mountain of articles, books, and notes. How do you turn all of that into one single powerful story? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down.
Okay, so you've done it. The research is finished, you're surrounded by highlighters, scribbled notes, and probably like a million open tabs on your computer. And you're just staring at it all thinking, what on earth do I do now? We've all been there. But believe me, this next part, this is where the magic really starts to happen.
You see, the next step isn't just about summarizing what you found. It's way more than that. It's actually a creative leap. It's about taking all those pieces of information and starting to build your own argument, using those sources as your personal set of building blocks.
I absolutely love this way of thinking about it. Imagine each one of your sources is a guest you've invited to a dinner party. They all have their own opinions, their own stories. Now, your job isn't to just let each one stand up and give a long, boring speech. No way. Your job is to be the host, the moderator of this whole conversation. You're going to guide them, make them interact, and help them build towards a bigger, way more interesting point. So, what do we actually call this process? It has a name: synthesis. And honestly, this is the one skill that really separates a simple book report from a truly compelling piece of research. So let's get a nice, clear definition of what we're talking about.
Okay, pay super close attention to that last part. Build your own argument. See, synthesis isn't just about mushing things together. It's about being an architect. You're taking all the raw materials your sources give you, and you are literally building something new, your own argument, with its own clear logical flow.
And this slide just nails the difference. A summary, it's a monologue. It just tells you what one source said. That's it. A synthesis, on the other hand, is a conversation. It's all about finding the threads that connect multiple sources, where they agree, where they disagree, and then weaving those threads together to create something totally new and original.
Now, I know this can sound a little abstract, maybe even kind of intimidating, but don't worry. There's actually a super clear, actionable method to get you there. We can break this whole thing down into a 4-step process that'll take you right from that messy pile of research to a beautifully crafted synthesis. All right, here is your game plan. Step 1. Find the relationships. Just ask yourself, how do these sources talk to each other? Step 2. Get specific. Where do they agree? Where do they totally clash? Step 3. Connect the dots. You have to explicitly draw the lines between them. And then the grand finale. Step 4. Tell your story. Use all those connections you just made to build your own unique point of view.
Theory is one thing, right? But let's actually see how this plays out in the real world. We're going to walk through a quick case study and watch these 4 steps come to life, turning 3 totally different sources into one single cohesive paragraph.
So, just imagine this is your essay topic. You've been asked to dig into the social impact of tourism in developing nations. You've done the work, you've hit the books, and you've found 3 key sources that all have a different take on the situation. Okay, let's meet our first guest in this conversation. We'll call it Source 1, and we'll color-code it blue. Now, this source is pretty optimistic. It's basically saying, hey, tourism is great. It creates jobs, pumps money into the economy, and gives people other options besides farming. But then in walks Source 2, let's make this one green, and it basically says not so fast. This source argues that, yeah, there are jobs, but they're often terrible, low pay, bad conditions, and they disappear when things go wrong. It's a direct challenge to what we just heard. And finally, here comes Source 3, in orange, to complicate things even more. This one adds a whole new layer to the conversation. It's not just about the jobs anymore, it's about the other negative social problems that can pop up, like crime, when wealthy tourists show up.
So, let's put it all together. Here it is. This is the synthesis. And notice it's not just 3 separate summaries lined up in a row. It's a conversation. It kicks off with the positive point from Source 1, then immediately pivots using the word however to bring in the counterargument from Source 2. And finally, Source 3 jumps in to support and even expand on that negative view. This one paragraph puts all 3 sources into direct dialogue with each other.
Okay, there's one more tool we really need to talk about, and it's all about the specific words you choose to use. The verbs you pick when you introduce your sources, they aren't just filler. They are a super powerful way to shape your argument and show your reader where you stand. We call these reporting verbs, and your choice here really matters. I mean, think about it. Saying an author claims something feels totally different than saying an author notes something, right? One sounds a little skeptical, the other sounds more neutral. This is your chance to subtly guide the whole conversation.
So here it is, your toolkit. On the left, you've got your neutral verbs: describe, show, report. You use these when you're just presenting the information as is. But on the right, these are your power verbs: argue, claim, refute. You pull these out when you're taking a position, when you want to show how a source is really pushing a point. Choosing the right verb from the right column is a total pro move.
So the next time you find yourself sitting in front of all your research, don't just ask, "What did my sources say?" I want you to ask a different question. Ask yourself this: what conversation are these sources about to have? And more importantly, how are you, as the moderator, going to lead it?